Welcome back to Apple Tree Allotment. I'm down here on a bit of a drizzly Sunday afternoon. Kids have gone to a birthday party, so I thought I'd take the chance to get an hour or two in down the plot. So I've come down, got some harvesting to do, the ever-growing courgettes, hopefully some beans, chard, a few bits and pieces, raspberries as well. And I was actually going to check the strawberries as well. Strangely, at home we've been picking just a handful of strawberries the last few days, so I don't know if they think it's another year, it's gone cold and gone warm again. But I don't think I've had that before in the near the autumn. But I'll check the plants over, see if we've got any down here. I'm gonna have a bit of a general tidy up today, bit of a weed. Start tidying things up a bit. I might see if I can get some more bark chips for the paths. Just a potter about. It has just started raining typically, just as I've got down here. So it might be one of those days where I sit in the car for a few minutes while it rains and then do some more pop in and out, I think. We'll see how we get on. But everything's looking really good. Leeks are doing really well. I might try and move some more of these today. The kids' bed is empty now. I took all the bolted lettuce out of it, so I might move some more over there. So I might do that. But otherwise, they're doing really good. There's some nice sized leeks already in here that we could probably start harvesting, to be honest. And there's a load of the lettuce at the end still. Last week, I took all the tops off, took them back down, so we could still use some of this stuff. There's still some good lettuce in there actually, but I might do that again, just take a few more of the tops off. In this bed, squash are coming on a little bit, starting to flower. I can see a few nice little buds and things on there, so hopefully they'll get a bit bigger. And there's tons of courgettes to harvest. There's lots on this one too, and no doubt over the other side. I think there is a bit of chard going through here as well, a bit of rainbow chard. I might see if I can move that somewhere. Further up, the pumpkins are doing well. I think it was in the week I came down and I harvested a load of stuff, but I pulled out all the self-set potatoes out of here, and I actually ended up taking home quite a big bag full of decent potatoes, which we've used this week, so that was worth leaving them in. The butternut squash over here starting to make its way down the path, trying to sort of lead them in useful places. And the corn's doing well. I'm never that good at seeing when corn is ready, but it's looking good nonetheless. And I can see some nice little squash growing up on these plants, so they look nice and happy. Just careful not to stand on them. It's that time of year where you sort of have to dodge all the squash and pumpkin plants. Beans are doing really well. So these ones were planted, I think, 3 weeks ago. So they're coming up nicely. And then the two at the back that I planted 2 weeks ago have all come up now. So they're looking good, nice size. So hopefully we might get some beans off of them before the end of the year. Potatoes over the other side. I did at home for lunch today. We harvested some. We've got a bed of Rudolph main crop potatoes, and we harvested a handful of those, and they were huge. There was one that was way bigger than my hand. It was massive. This bed looks like it's ready to go, as does that one. So I think potatoes are sort of quite early this year. I think some of these will need harvesting soon. So I might think about getting some of these out just to put leeks in their space. But certainly the Rudolphs and the one next to it are ready to go. This one looks like it's about over as well. I think maybe I'll bring the kids down next week or something, or in the week, and harvest some more of those. And then we can start putting them up, airing them out, drying them out a bit and putting them somewhere. These other 2 beds are leeks. I think I transferred these probably a month ago now, maybe 3 weeks. But they're looking really good. All survived the move nicely, growing away. I think it's fair to say we'll have quite a few leeks this winter to eat through the year. And the other one there. So yeah, I'll probably, one of these beds, we'll harvest some of these and maybe in the week and fill those up with leeks. Over on plot 1, so I am this week, so last week I painted the shed and put the pallets ready for this IBC tank to go on. So I'm going to move that next to the shed so it collects more water and I don't have to sort of move it around by hand, and also I can use this space a bit better. So I've got somebody coming down hopefully in the week to help me move this. So I might today take off the top part, see if I can get it down on my own, just put it down somewhere, just so it's quicker when they come down and help. There's quite a few cable ties. I cable tied it all around the top to secure it, because I noticed some other people that had sort of wired them had them fly off in high winds, and also put some wood up the back just to tie it in, keep it straight. So I might take all that off and see if I can get that off ready for the move, and hopefully we can get that done this week. Should be good in time for a bit more rain. Over on plot 1, so this needs a bit of a tidy. I might tackle some of this today, some of the weeds in here. There is potatoes in a lot of this, which are pretty much done, I think. They've either been swamped or they're done. So I might dig through some of that. I'll get out some of these weeds, but most importantly, these pumpkin plants are looking really good. There's 3 in here that are looking really nice, and there's some tomato plants there that are self-set that are looking all right too. But yeah, there's quite a few weeds in there. It's the only, I'll sort of let it go a bit, that one, because it's the least good bit of the plot in terms of light and soil. So I've kind of focused on everything else. Beds over here, so this is all 4 plants of butternut squash, and they're looking really good. Slowly taking over everything. There was some nice squash in here, buried in here somewhere. There's some really good ones. But, yeah, looking forward to them growing. Chard is doing well. There's more starting to go to seed now, so I definitely need some more of that somewhere. But yeah, I'll harvest some more of that today, and I'll just cut off the bits that are going to seed. These beans that are unprotected are really not, they're just getting eaten by the rabbits, I think. Really shows it needs protection. So yeah, at some point soon, when I've got a bit of spare day, I might give up on this bed and come down. I want to build these beds out of the decking I've got. So the first bit I'll do with the decking is build these 2 beds. And that'd be nice to get them into decent beds and get some decent soil in them before I start working on the rest of the plot. Strawberries, yeah, as I was saying, we're picking some at home, so I'm going to have a route through there. I mean, they're all looking nice and green, so you never know, there might be some in there. Raspberries seem to have been quite early this year with raspberries, these autumn raspberries. They're already sort of starting to look like they're getting towards the end of their season, but I can see quite a few red ones on there, so we'll pick those today. This is the kids' bed, which I was saying was empty, so that's got nothing in at the moment. So I'm not sure, I might fill up, put some manure in here, and some composted manure, and put something in there. Obviously it hasn't got a fence around it, so it's not great yet at the moment. Hopefully I'll be able to sort that out this winter. More courgettes, so no doubt, I haven't looked yet, but no doubt there's some more in here to harvest. Not actually too many on this one. There's a big one there. But yeah, I'll harvest those. And we've even got some baby pumpkins. A nice little baby pumpkin growing there. That's nice to see. There's another one here as well. cool. There's a couple there actually. Yeah, it's nice to see. A few pumpkins, beans. Again, they're sort of getting towards their end now. These have been in a long time, so I can see quite a few beans this end actually. So I'll have a route around in there, see if we can harvest some more. Kids' flowers are looking really good. Really happy with them this year. Nice to have the colour down here. And we've got a few rogue flowers growing down here as well. They're quite nice. And yeah, the final bit of the plot is a little bit. I did sow some chard and lettuce in here. I think all the chard has been eaten by the rabbits, but they seem to have left the lettuce alone, or at least some of it. So yeah, at least we'll have some fresh lettuce hopefully going into autumn. I can always move that somewhere else on the plot if I need to, perhaps inside a fence somewhere. But yeah, that's how the plot's looking. Sort of change over time. Potatoes are starting to go now. I'll get them out the ground in the next couple of weeks probably. Start storing them. We'll store them in our pantry, sort of set them out into sunshine hopefully for a bit to dry, and then get them out in our pantry in some crates. Hopefully we'll get a good harvest. Yeah, so do some harvesting and then some weeding I think, as long as the rain holds off. And then I might have a go, see if we'll just take that roof off the IBC tank, just to make life easier for people when they come and help. I've done my harvesting for the day, so I've got a load of chard, raspberries, courgettes, a few little potatoes as well. I've also spent probably a good hour at least jacked up the back of the water butt to get all the water out of it, because obviously it'd be quite heavy to move. But I've also flushed through a load of clean water in the bottom. I think it's probably designed like this, so the tap is a little bit higher than the bottom, so it catches all like the debris in the bottom. But there was a load of green, must be leaves and stuff I guess. So I've washed it all through. I got a cane and poked it all back out. Yeah, so I've given it, so it's pretty clean in the bottom now, as best as I can get it. So that's good while I've got a chance of access to it, easy access to it, and move it around. So that's good, got that cleaned out, ready to go, and I've cleaned up all the weeds that were around it. There was a load of stinging nettles around the base and that, so I got rid of them just to make the job a bit easier. And now I'm just going through and having a good weed, having a clean up really while I've got a bit of time. Weather's held off so far, it's actually brightened up a bit. So yeah, I've just filled up this bin once and emptied it. And I'm just going through getting rid of the stingers out of here. And from around the pumpkins and things, give them a nice chance to grow. They've already got some nice fruit on, so it'd be nice to give them as much chance as possible. Yeah, there's a few there. I can see a few on the other plants as well. So yeah, really happy with that. We'll carry on a bit more weeding on here, just as long as it stays nice really, and as long as the kids are out. Just keep pottering about, I think. I've finished having a good weed around and cleared this nice big space at the back here of all the stinging nettles that come through that fence and all that sort of stuff. So there is a load of potatoes in here that I will dig up soon. They're all sort of died back under the weeds, apart from a few. But yeah, I will go through and dig them up another day. I've had a weed around elsewhere as well, a few other beds. And I've put down, I went to get some more bark chips from the pile at the front. Just put a few bit in here, cover some up, where bits where it got thin. Just try to do that every so often, so it's not such a big job. Yep, I think that's about it for today. Had a good day down here, getting ready to move that tank. Hopefully by next week I would have moved it over to the shed and can start plumbing it in to the shed. I'm probably going to leave, I'm going to have a pipe going from the shed roof into it, and then I'm still debating whether to put this top back on it. I probably will because I've got it, and I'll probably just run the pipe from that straight across onto the roof of the shed, just let it trickle down there, and we'll see how that gets on. Maybe rebuild it another day. Yeah, we'll see how it gets on, see how it looks and how it fits in with the sort of roof of the shed, the overhang and all that. But yeah, everything's looking really good. Nice little harvest today, and yeah, lots to get on with. Slowly the bits, each bit in turn lets me get on, gives me the space and stuff I need for the next bit. So get the tank moved, sort out the compost heaps, get them where I want them. I might get rid of those tyres at the back. It's just too dark there to grow the flowers and things. So I might get rid of them and just have compost heaps across the back, and then long term, start of next year, I'll hopefully have these in 4 long beds instead of having little paths between them, and that'll give me a little bit more growing space. It all helps. But yeah, hope you enjoyed having a look around the plot today and little harvest, and hope you're all keeping well. Looking forward to talking to you soon.